has a massive impact on retention. And the last one is this, is the actual service delivery that the coaching client is receiving. And that's what I want to zone in on today, is that, okay, is that bottom one, is the actual service delivery. So what the chat is today is actually what I feel is the 11 principles of providing massive value for your coaching clients and delivering exceptional service, okay? Cool. So just last little bit about me. So you're about 15 years in the industry, and these are all the things that I've done. So I've been an owner or a director of 4 fitness businesses, and all are very successful to this day. I've been a PT, a boot camp instructor, a spin instructor, yoga instructor. I'm still really passionate about actually getting on the tools every day. I still do a high amount of PT in my business now, and group exercise. I'm open to everything. I love the fitness industry, and this chat is all the stuff I'm about to give to you is nothing other than my thoughts and my experiences. Okay, that's not some stuff that I've read in a book, or I've been coached by a mentor. They're just through the thousands of hours that I've seen people doing it right, myself doing it wrong, and what has led to me to these thoughts, okay? So 2 caveats to the talk based on what I just said. Number 1 is they're just my opinions. So if you don't, not vibing it, that's okay. I may be totally off the mark, but my second caveat is this. If you're not actually engaged with what I'm saying, but you do one-on-one coaching in some capacity, and you're not engaged with and connected to what I'm saying, I'm going to question whether you're right for your current role, right? Because everything I'm saying is actually just about being a better human, connecting with people better, and being able to help them better. That's all it's about, okay, for me. Cool, so have a think about that as we go on. I'm going to kick us off now with a question. My question is this, is what do you reckon would be, if you could only choose 2, what would be the top 2 reasons industry-wide that people discontinue training with their trainer or their coach? What do you reckon? I'll give you
service and results.
Top 2 would be service, yeah, and results. Yeah. Any other major ones? Personality, yeah. So what could that be? Like connection, I guess.
You don't connect with the
trainer. Cool. Any others? Major ones? Knowledge, yeah, that could be a major one for sure. Yeah. What else? Cost, yeah. Smells. It's pretty broad, right? So it's like, yeah, but I reckon I've probably seen, it'd be in the thousands of people leave my businesses over the years, right? It'll be that many, and plus all the other businesses that I've been involved in on the side with their experience. And I believe, when I think about it, if you could honestly get, firstly, the result that management gets told is often not the real result, right? They blame things like money or time or all that sort of stuff. But if you can really dial in and find those real reasons, I think it would be 2 things. The first thing would be rapport, and depth of rapport, okay? And the second thing would be belief, okay? And before you sort of unpack that too much in your mind, the second one, we'll get to the rapport thing a lot in this chat, but the second one, the belief one, is the belief the client has in that trainer that they will deliver a result for them. And the time frame is irrelevant. I've just got, if Sean's my trainer, I've just got to believe that Sean, he'll get there for me eventually, right? And if they don't get that, that's a major reason. And here's an interesting thing. If you think about your database of clients that are getting a one-on-one coaching experience in some capacity, and that could include your teams, right? Your teams you're coaching in a one-on-one capacity. And if you could survey them honestly, what percentage would come back if the question was, do you believe that your trainer will deliver your desired result? And I wonder what that percentage would come back. Would mine come back with my clients at 50%, 40%, 80%? If you could get that data, that would be amazing, right? But it's pretty thought-provoking, that, because it brings up a lot of things, okay? Like knowledge, like engagement with your clients. everything, okay? So this is on the back of those two areas, right? I've got this for you, the 11 principles of providing exceptional service and adding massive value, right? How am I going, Shauna? Okay, thumbs up so far. Thanks, buddy. Okay, and the first one. So this is a real nuts and bolts one to start with, but it's service delivery, okay? What do you guys charge for personal training? What are the rates? PT rates out there? One-on-one.
We do 125 now.
125 an hour? Yep. Cool. Anyone else? Other than that?
We do up to 2 on 1.
Yep.
So 1 on 1, 2 on 1, and between 55 75 per person.
Yep. Yeah, cool. So,
20 minutes of work.
yeah, right. Cool. Yeah, so we're $2 a minute, so $90 per 45 minutes and 120 an hour. And around here, I reckon that's sort of about the average. We're not expensive, we're not cheap. It's sort of about the money, I think. Yeah. Anyway, but it's a lot of money. That right? That is, someone's laying down 3 sessions, $270 a week. It's a lot of cash in anyone's terms. I don't care how wealthy you are. $270 a week. It's a lot of dough, right? And so, obviously, for that session, even for us as trainers here, we're obviously doing more than exercise, right? We're doing, coaching on some level, education. We're sharing knowledge. We're, planning. We've got the whole psychological thing going on as well. There's a range of things that are happening for that $90, that $2 a minute. But essentially, it's personal training, right? You are delivering an exercise session. So when that person leaves that door, as a rule, they must think that they could not have done that by themselves. Every time. Not just like 50% of the time, like every time. And that, it has to be over $2 a minute of value for us, right? So how do we add that value? How do we add $2 of value during an exercise session?
Numerous ways, but you could do session intensity. Or
intensity, what else?
Level of communication and rapport that you have with your client.
Yeah, like the human touch stuff, what else?
Technical direction.
Yep, good, what else?
Being engaged, some PTs, when you look at them, they're basically counting machines. Yeah, another one. But you have to be there delivering and kind of lifting their energies up.
Yeah, so like motivation, I guess. Yeah. There's lots of things, like you could have enjoyment, like you said, technical ability, so ability to move into other exercise based on movement patterns and everything, but there's a broad range of things, okay? The first, I just want to flag here, what one is used most as a trainer? Intensity, right? Massive. That was me out of the army, worked it out pretty fast. People don't stick around unless you give them value, and so I used to flog them a lot. And wasn't like a hard ass and stuff, but I used to train them pretty hard. And no one ever really complained about it, but they couldn't really cop it for too long either, right? And so what's really critical here is you have to ask, you have to communicate with the client, is what is the value that you want, that you actually value? Is it fun? Is it actually learning new skills? What is the value, right? Is it being coached really well? Is it being flogged? Because most trainers will not ask that, okay? They'll just deliver typically on the intensity button, okay? And try and provide value that way. So key points out of that is provide over $2 a minute worth of value. Make sure they've left the session knowing that they couldn't have done it by themselves. And secondly, is make sure you're adding the value that they want, okay? Not that you just perceive as the value that they want.